Hi everybody. We're just going to convert this jacket. Let me find it. And I can show you. This jacket, 14. Right, I've got the mesh ready, but I didn't get a texture. So we'll just grab this texture. So we will call it, give it a name, jacket texture. Text will do. Yeah. So yeah, there's another way we can do it. Right, if we open that in Photoshop. Oh, what happened there? This isn't... Right, we've got one here that's already been made 1024 by 1024, so we'll use that one. We'll leave that open. And I've already got the mesh in Milkshape. Right, what we're going to do is go to groups. We're going to hide the jacket a minute so we can see how I've cut the original adult mesh underneath. Right, so we're going to delete the top. We're going to unhide the jacket. And you can see there, we've got the jacket. Right, and then we're going to highlight it all. We can either double click it to select, or you can press Ctrl A. And then we are going to go to Model, Scale, change it to Origin, and you see the X, Y, and Z there. Make sure they're all, and in the box you put 0.94. Because that is the size of the teen. In X, Y, and Z. And then the scale button at the side here. And you'll see it change in size. There, look. Then you will export that as a Sims 2 Unimesh. Give it a name, so we call it jacket teen. Right, that part's done. Right, so we go and make a clone now in Body Shop of a teen top. I always go for the vest, just as basic top as possible. So we export jacket teen and export that and import into game. So if you go to Mail, Top, Teen, you'll see there that will soon be a jacket. Right.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I think I had it off. Jason says you're scaling from the origin.
Sorry, my question in Milkshape, when you scale down, the radio dial that you're using is from
Origin? Yes.
Oh, okay. That was what I was unclear on. Okay.
There, yeah.
That's all.
Okie dokie, so we've got that. So we come out of Body Shop. Right, and then we go back to Milkshape, and you load in a teen top. So you go to Mesh, importer. Right, so I've got all the bases here. There, top naked Max's male team. It's important, or no blend groups, and want these corrected, yes. It's important that you have a mesh underneath that is teen, or you do get neck issues. So we now import over the top. So import over model, yes, and no to bone definitions. And the file you did, you scale down, you import in. And then you can see it does line up pretty much. And this is the reason why I looked at the adult one beforehand, so I know where to cut. So if you go to select, right, make sure, take the arm out to about there, highlight and delete the bottom here. Ah, man. Right, and then unhide the jacket, and then we have a look, and you can see there is still slight issue with one arm. So we go back and maybe try taking some more off. Yeah, that works. So we'll do the same at the other side in case it clips through in game. Okay, so there, you can see that is done. So now we'll add the morphs later. What I like to do first, right, we export this as a Sims 2 Unimesh exporter. And Darte jacket teen. Done. Right, so now we launch SimPE. Okay, so you select New from File, Body Mesh 2, Extracting Stage, and then you go to Saved Sims and select the file that you did in Body Shop, and Object Tools to fix the integrity. So it's Julie J. Darte 77 military style jacket. T. Right, 4 to 2. Teen. Right. I always copy that. Click update and OK. Then go to File, Save As, Mesh. Or whatever you want to call your mesh. So you select the GMDC. As mentioned in previous workshop, I copy the name. Then I right click replace. Go to my file, the one where I've marked as done. Select that. Select yes. I always change the file name. Fix TGI. and then commit. Changes are committed and save. So file, save. There, you've got your mesh. So now you open the body shop file and we add a group. So you go to material definition, the txt.mt file, click on that, right click, clone. Then the one in italic is the one you've cloned. So where it says top, you take out top and put the word jacket or whatever your mesh is called. Fix TGI, commit and save. Then you go to the TXTR, the texture image, and there's two to clone there. You have your texture and your bump map. So on the two italic ones there, the same thing. Fix the GI and okay, and then we save that, and then we go to property set, change the number overrides to 2, commit, override, add, and change the 0 to 1, commit, the subset, same thing, add, change the top to jacket, and 1, commit, and the resource key ID X, add, change the 0 to 1, commit, save. Then we go to the 3D ID referencing file, click on that and just wait for it to load. Okay, now tools, PGSE, body mesh tool, linking stage. And it's telling you there to browse for your mesh file. So the one you called mesh, click OK, save. Right, move to some other thing, then come back, and then you'll see that number has changed. It now has 4 zeros. Right, so now that is done. While we're waiting for that, what we can do is delete the top here in Milkshape, change the jacket to group base, underscore base, click rename, file, export, TSRW object, and call Darte 77 jacket teen to morph. Right, still taking a while. So mesh toolkit, auto tools for WSO, mesh to modify, the one where to morph, and the reference mesh. You look for a teen mesh with morphs. That TM body nude, that one will do. Ah, that's in the wrong place. So, oops, sorry. It should be in morphs. That was in the bones. So create morph mesh groups. and I always name it Morphs. It's still not loaded, so we might as well. So we do new, import, right. So if we import the new, where is it gone? Ah, there. Top naked Maxis male teen. Create blend groups, yes. And yes to the weights. Then you see you've got your morphs on the right hand side. So if you hide those and import your one with your morphs, that's okay. Right, so we take the top, copy the name, paste that in group base, copy the morph name and paste that in group fat, then the comments, top, comment, paste. The same with the comments here. So we bring the mesh back, right, and delete the top two there because they were your base reference meshes. Oh, that should be jacket. Right. And something else I've not done either, so that needs to go change to 1. And 1 here. Right, hide that a moment. If I import in the original and no, that one. Oh, that was the jacket. Ah, okay. So it should be the done one I'm importing. Yeah. Delete the jacket and move the top up. There. And then you'll see you have your morphs as well. Meantime, let's export this. Oh, wrong. Export. Morphs. Yeah, it's loaded correctly this time. So that is exported already, but first I want to have a look at it. Does anybody have any questions or anything at the moment while this is taking forever to load?
Not a question really, but what happened with the fat morph? It looks kind of like a dog's chew toy. Is it just because it's such a high poly mesh?
Yeah, it was, and plus it was reduced by a lot as well. It was reduced.
Oh, you had to decimate it?
Yeah, quite a lot. It was about 40,000, and I decimated it to about 8.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, we're in. So now before I switch them over, you can see It doesn't got a texture on yet, but you can see the teen there.
I can see a bit of daylight through the collar.
Yeah. I have to go back and fix that later.
The mesh looks good.
If I do that, I'll cover that up for now. Right. And because of the adult one had some weird thing going on. Oh no, I've already got it in here. So we will use this for texturing. So if I just make a new clone. Yeah, I'll just do one texture for now and then I'll do... Okay, so if we go to the projects file, the jacket one, right, we'll open the top first. Right. Cut that texture. Cut the alpha and cut the bump map, but what I do with the bump map, I always make it grey still, and if we go back you can see a lot of texture disappear from the neck area. So we open the jacket, that was the subgroup we made. Right, we'll go for that. Texture, just copy and paste that. Same again with the normal, but what we're going to do this time, we're going to desaturate it. And if we go to brightness and contrast, we're going to lighten that up. Bring the contrast down so it doesn't get too shiny. Save that. And then the alpha is always in the channel at the bottom. So you copy and paste that into there. And then we will see the jacket. Yeah, there's a neck issue there, which obviously I could fix it now and just show you how I do that. So we'll take that. So we'll leave that as it is for the moment. So we come out of that. Close. And we'll go back here and we'll reopen the mesh I did. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, we'll do it together. So we hide. Oh, it's a bit weird. And that still worked before. How bizarre. Right, so if we hide the top and we highlight the neck area, right, what we can do is just highlight those few pixels. I'll get a bit closer. Model and move. I could turn the mesh inside out, duplicate and turn inside out, but that will double the poly count. Let's bring the top back. So it's this corner. How am I going to see that? Okay, so we go back to smooth shaded. No, I don't think it's gonna let me. So, got another idea. Maybe is it that one? Try moving that. No. I think on this one we'll leave it, but there are ways if you can get all the pixels and move them down. Yeah, that might make the back worse. And what I'm going to do as well, hide them off. Oh. Scale. Just on the X and the Z. Scale it down slightly. So we export that. Right, open our mesh. Copy the name and replace with the one you've just messed around with. Say yes. Fix that and commit. So we save.
No, it's just I commented earlier, I like the way that you do it. It's interesting because the techniques that you're covering, age conversion and adding groups, I do these, but the method that I used to get there is completely different from yours.
I do WSO now with the morphs, but I never used to. I used to do that way for age conversion, scale it down, but I used to do the morphs by hand, by duplicating the mesh and...
Okay, yeah, the old school way.
Yeah.
That's I remember that there was this really old tutorial for teen conversion that it says convert them. What is it? What is the scale to 0.94 on all axes?
Yes.
The scale on the origin.
Yes, that was the one. I think that's where I first learned from, was that tutorial on Garden of Shadows.
Was it Marvin who wrote it, or am I off base?
I don't think it was Marvin. I don't think she was in InSim rather than GOS.
Yeah.
Oh, it might have...
No, it sounds familiar. I remember going over it a couple of times. I don't think at that point I was doing age conversion, so I only looked at it out of curiosity.
Well, it'll come to me who did it, but it was someone who was well known around that time. Okay, so now we go back into top teen. There. Scaled it down a little bit. Okay, so we go back, we'll load the save project we have here, and you can see, yeah, I couldn't do a lot with that neck. From certain angles it does hide. Right, so we'll put this in game. And
Maybe if you hid the shirt and then moved the shoulders slightly up.
yeah, that might work. Or down even.
Yeah, that might work.
Just double check. Import that to game. So if we go to build sim, we'll use one of the namelesses, I think, for a change, or we'll use Gianluca. He is an SBB normally, but today he's a teen. Right, skip a new hair. And we'll give him the jacket. Let's try with these bottoms. There, you can see the jacket is done, and it works perfectly well for the teens as well. Right, I'll do a bottom mesh as well quickly. Extract the... So we now fix the integrity. We copy that, update, okay. Oh, what? Okay, so we now copy the name of the GMDC. Quickly replace that. There we go. Paste that. Fix and commit. Save. Open. And all the groups again. So if we quickly go over what we did earlier, but we type the word choose, fix and commit, save, clone, change the file name, commit, save, and the property set. I'll do it a bit quicker now. The subset, always remember to change the name in there. Or your mesh won't have a group. Okay, so we'll link to the mesh. Link. That to the mesh. Save. Check again for that number to change there. So that's done. So we'll match it with the top. Pick that one. There. And then if we use it on a sim, you can see morphs are fine if you look. Just maybe a bit of clipping, I can fix at a later date before I share them publicly. Okay, so that is how I convert things to teen. Has anybody got any questions, or anybody want me to go over anything before I end the workshop?
No, I think that was fairly clear. It's just interesting because there are different methods than I use.
Yeah, I'd use a mixture of the old methods and the new methods.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever gets the job done, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, it was a good workshop.
Okay, thanks for coming everybody, and hope you enjoyed it.